Good afternoon, Jose.
Hello.
I think everybody outside this room is talking about your future. What can you tell us about any progress that's been made in keeping you here?
Look, it depends of what you want to know and what you want to speak about. If you want to speak about some news, I say garbage. I don't find a better words to define the talk. If you want to ask me directly, which I suppose you want, if I see myself next season in Manchester United, I say I see myself, and as I told when I arrive, I'm going to leave when the club wants me to leave, because I have no intention to leave at all. My intention is to stay and to work and to improve and to bring the club to where the club belongs. And I want to stay, and I don't see any reason for not to stay. So yes, I still have a contract. In fact, I am in the middle of my contract. I'm not in the last couple of months. I am in the middle of my contract, and my desire is to stay until the owners and the board is happy with my work. Speaking about my work and connecting my work to the garbage news, is to say that the worst thing anyone can do to myself is not to say that I am a bad manager, is not to say that I am underperforming, is not to say that I made a mistake in this game or that game. The worst thing somebody can do to me is to put 1 inch of doubt in my professionalism, in my dedication to my club, to my job, to my players, to every detail related to my job. So yes, the garbage news affected me just on this aspect, because it's something I don't admit. But again, I repeat, I am in the middle of my contract. If I'm going to sign a new one or no, of course, depends on the club. But my commitment with the club is total, and I want to stay.
Yeah, I guess the other direct question you expect me to ask it is whether you see yourself here after 3 years. You've talked about 3 years.
Yes, I see myself, yeah. I see myself. I repeat, it's just a question of the club, the owners, the board, Mr. Woodward, they all are happy with my contribution, and they want me to stay, how do you say, later, beyond the end of this contract. But yes, I want to stay.
Jose, in some ways, do you think that people view you through the past? So they say he only stays in one place for 3 years, or he doesn't build teams, so if a project needs building, Mourinho's not that person, rather than judging you in the here and now.
You look to my history and you see how many teams I built. It's just as simple as that.
You've still got the hunger, the desire to win.
Because I don't behave as a clown on the touchline, it means that I lost my passion. I prefer to behave the way I'm doing it, much more mature, better for my team, better for myself. I don't think you have to behave like a crazy guy on the touchline to have that passion. That passion, you see it every day, and the way a person is dedicated to his work, not what you do in front of the cameras.
Okay, can we move on to the game, please?
Yeah. So, Jose, looking ahead to the game against Derby, you've always been a manager that puts a lot of importance on cup competitions. Given the league situation, does the FA Cup become an even bigger priority this season?
No, you start well your question. You ended in the wrong side of it. I always give a lot of respect to the cups. Of course, the FA Cup is special in relation to, let's say, the League Cup. But even the League Cup, I think I was one of the first managers of the top teams to go to the League Cup to win it. I started doing that immediately when I arrived. 2004, I had that feeling of a cup is a beautiful competition. Let's go and try to win it. Let's go and try to enjoy the knockout. Let's respect the competition. Let's respect the opponents. So you can imagine that being the FA Cup, the most important domestic cup in England, that you always try. I won it once. I couldn't win it more than that. The League Cup, I did it, I think, 4 times. The FA Cup only once. You ask me, would I like to win a second one? Of course I would. And we are going to try. You know, the draw was not nice to us because we are going to play against a Premier League team. You look to the players. They are not Championship players. They are Premier League players. I think I played against the majority of them in the Premier League. So when you go to the Carsons and Curtis Davies and Ledley, Vidra, I play against all these Eddlestones, all of them, you know. So they are Premier League team.
With that in mind then, Jose, if you are full of respect for Derby, you know what happened with another Championship club with Bristol City. I mean, how strong, what kind of team do you anticipate putting out, particularly as you'll have a break after this?
You know, the good thing against Bristol, the good of the bad, was that I couldn't blame myself, that I went there to have some fun and to play with kids and throwing away the match is the only thing. You know, you finish the game, you lose, you don't blame yourself by your choice. And I'm going to do the same against Derby County. I'm going to play with a good team. Then the result is out of your control, depends on many factors. But to go with a strong team, with first team players, first choice players, for sure, I'm going to play this match like a Premier League match, you know. And he's going to play Romero because Romero is a top goalkeeper, and he deserves to play, and David deserves a rest, and Romero is going to be Argentina goalkeeper in the World Cup in a few months. So for all what Romero means to us, Romero plays, and a part of that, I'm going to play with a team that I consider a very strong team.
How is Romelu Lukaku, and will any of the other injured players be available?
No, Romelu is okay. Romelu is okay. And from the injured players, Fellaini is back. And Michael Carrick is back to training, not to competition, but is back to training with the team. Antonio Valencia will be back to the team next week, so not playing tomorrow, but back to the team next week. So the situation is improving for us.